Hey, good morning everybody. It's Tom Christie back in the painting studio, and it's been a while since I've posted any new content, and that's for a reason. I've been working, as I mentioned before, on some competition entries for the coming show in Ohio, which is in Independence, Ohio, and that will be mid-March. And I really highly recommend that show if you've never been and you can make it there. It's a great competition. Number one, some of the best carvers in the country and in Canada will be there and competing, but it's also a great way to reconnect with the carving community, and I'm looking forward to seeing people there. Hope to see some of you there. It's also a show that features some of the older decoys, the collectible decoys from the past, and so it's nice to see those mixed in with the contemporary decoys and wildfowl carvings. And then in April, just a reminder, later in April, the World Carving Championships. I'm doing some entries for that. I've already put together at least one series, carving series and painting for competition entries there. I'll post those after the competition is over. And so after April, so in March, I'll post some new series of species that I haven't done in the past. So look forward to that, hopefully. In the meantime, I've also been on some vacation. My niece got married in London, England. And so our family had never been there before. We traveled together over there to participate in the wedding. And so while I was there, we did some sightseeing. What's that have to do with ducks, you ask? Well, that's a good question. We're looking at the palaces and some of the history associated with London. And as I was looking at the palaces, there are always lakes around those palaces, and an Egyptian goose caught my eye. It's a species that I've never had the privilege of seeing live and up close. And so I couldn't help but whip out my camera and take some footage of a few of the European species that we don't get a chance to see that often. And I just thought it would be a good thing to share with you for the love of waterfowl, basically. These are not highly accurate professional videos, but there may be some reference there that you can use, and I just thought I would share it. We moved from London then on to Munich, Germany. The places that we've stayed and visited there, I didn't see that many waterfowl, but I did take a little footage for the record there as well. So this is more for the fun of it and for the love of waterfowl, and for those of us that don't get a chance to see these species that often, I thought it might be of interest to put this on my YouTube channel. Don't forget those shows. It's a great way to reconnect and connect with people that are carving, and I've always found people are willing to share, and especially for newer carvers that are just getting started, it's a great resource because there will be suppliers there. There'll be Tupelo wood suppliers there, carving supplies, painting supplies, so hope to see you there. We started at Buckingham Palace in London and St. James Park Lake in Duck Island, and after watching the guard go by, we started down St. James Park Lake, and I noticed this Eurasian coot, very similar to our American coot, with, you can see some obvious differences there. And then some gray lag geese that were very tame, so I was able to get very close to those and get some good close-ups. I think they were looking to get fed. And then some Egyptian geese, which were very interesting to me. I had seen these in books and pictures, but never seen them up close in person. On down the way, some more Egyptian geese, some mallards, and then a Eurasian widgeon drake, who was beautiful, and then a pair of Chloe widgeons there. Tried to zoom in on that widgeon grouping. This is Kensington Palace, a little farther down the way. The Queen Victoria Memorial there. And there are some gardens there and the round pond. And there were black-headed gulls, mute swans that I could really get up close to, and more Eurasian coot. I really like this pose on this particular swan. And then some mute swans, and I love that you could see them feeding underwater. This clear water, you can see their heads going all the way down to the bottom. Then we moved on to the Hyde Park area, and this is the Italian Gardens section of the lake there, and this is a Eurasian great cormorant, which I had never seen before. And then I love these little common moorhens that were in the area. And I was able to get close to a pair of tufted ducks, and they just posed for me, which I loved seeing these, very similar to our scaup. But you can see that little tuft on the back, and he tucks his head in there for a sleeping position. This is a young mute swan, and I believe this is a black cormorant, although I don't know my cormorants well. I had to throw this one in because this rose-ringed parakeet was just having lunch there, and so I threw that in for the heck of it. A few more views of touring London, and we saw all the sights. And then we moved on to Munich, Germany. And this is just a river view. This is the Isar River in Munich, and I saw these pair of mallards. The places that we stayed in Munich, we didn't see many other types of waterfowl, but I had to capture these on the river. Mainly saw mallards in Munich, but I thought this was a nice way to end the tour. Not a lot of different species, but some that we don't see that often in the United States. All right, that was a quick view of a few species that I had never seen live before, and I hope I didn't put you to sleep. Tried to keep this pretty short, but I thought it might be of interest anyway. Until next time, it's Tom Christie signing out. Good carving to you.